Don't forget, Ugarte is still in that Man United team.
But now Ugarte is injured. Ugarte has been there now for two seasons. 2 seasons, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He has not really caught it, like, he's not good enough for Man United. Let's be honest, like, he's not on Man United level. Like, if we really want to compete,
But has he been given a fair
he has
chance?
been given a run in the game. Like, if you can't cut it, you can't cut it. Like, he has been there for 2
I
seasons.
can't really remember him playing 5-6 straight games.
But he has played a few games. Like, he has not been able to. Sometimes you have to grab this opportunity. Like,
Okay.
a player can come in and play 30 minutes, 20 minutes and make a difference. You understand? So he has been there now. This is the third coach now, if I miss. I think it was bought during Ten Hag, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is the third coach. Like, so he has not been able to cut it. Like, so we should cut him loose and get a new player. Like, if you have to compete, you see Man City. If you don't cut it, they let you go. Like, bring in another player.
players,
Like,
yeah.
so I don't think Ugarte is the player for the future. Like, let's be honest. You understand? Sometimes you just have to let this player move on, like, and bring in another player, like, Let him also kind of like look at Zexi. Zexi is a good player, but I don't think he's caught for Premier League. Like,
This is also his third season or so.
third season and a second season or so.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the pace for the Premier League. Let's be honest. So these are the things you have to look at. You have to be realistic, like, if we have to really be able to challenge. I don't think we're able to challenge, but I think compete.
Yeah.
You understand? A team like Man United, we need to be in the Champions League all season, like being in Europe. You understand? Team like that, so you need players. Now we have a new coach. We have Michael Carrick. We need to support him in the transfer market, and we have not really done enough.
That was my next question. I wanted to say, we know that Michael Carrick, he did great when he came in.
Yeah.
He was able to qualify Man United for the Champions League. In all fairness, do you think it was the right decision, or maybe Man United would have maybe gone for a more experienced?
We've gone for the thing is that a lot of people get it wrong. Like, you are a workman is as good as his tools. Like,
Okay.
When Zidane came in, nobody knows Zidane. People seem to forget that Zidane has not coached any other. He came from the Madrid B team,
yeah.
but Madrid has the quality of player that also help. People don't look at that Zidane. It's not that he's a technician like or a magician like. When you have the player, he does help. Last season, we have, let's be honest, we have some good quality. Koyen, Boeman,
Yeah.
these guys were top of their game. Like, that also kind of like after we have this firepower. Sesko, you understand? We bought well we bought well last season, which also helped. So if you have this good player, Carrick, you reduce his workload, his job as a coach. Like, most of all these coaches, you need good player. Guardiola came to Man City the first season. He has to change all the fullbacks. Brought in new players. Like, it took him time. Like, so whether Carrick is the right coach or not the right coach, you need to have a system. The way football is going nowadays, people that can bring in the right players, that has the right mentality, that can play for Man United.
So Man United have done some signing currently.
Yeah.
They bought the Santos from Chelsea, Talisman and all that. So looking at those guys so far, have they impressed you, or what do you think about
I love Tielemans. Tielemans has the Premier League experience. He knows the know-how. He has been in the Premier League for more than 6 or 7 years thereabout. Like, he has played in 2 different teams.
Yes.
So I think that is a good back. Santos is a young player. He's still like a prospect. Okay. So you are not going to rely on Santos. Like, he's going to have his up and down. Like, so you need more experienced body. You understand? As I said in my previous analysis, like, what I'm seeing in Man United, we have kind of like similar players. Like, they are not mobile enough. Like, we need athletic midfielder. You see, like Patrick Vieira, that mode of player. Michael Essien.
Okay.
You understand? People that can travel with the ball. People that can, even like Declan Rice in Arsenal.
Okay.
Sometimes Casido. We need people that can travel with the ball. Not only travel with the ball, we also need a powerful, physical, dominant player. If you watch Man United, will look light
in that midfield.
Even the team will look like we need bulky, we need heavy players. You say Ellie Maguire, you need people that has presence.
Yeah.
So that when you see people that has presence, this scale opponent too, like
Premier League is a very physical league.
So you need people. So you need that, like sometimes people is going to overpower you.
Yeah.
So midfield, you need bit of skill, power, strength. You need combination of that. Like that's why my analysis earlier on, I said Kone is tall, is physical.
Yeah.
So you need a player of that mode. Something different from what we have in that midfield department.
Michael Rashford is being brought back to this team. Looking at all that has happened before now, He has gone to loan to Aston Villa, to Barcelona, and now trying to bring him back to the team. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good idea to reinstate him into this team?
Man United don't have. He's under contract. Man United is kind of like. Man United is trapped. Let me put it that way. He's on contract. Barcelona refused to activate his buyback clause. So there's nothing Man United can do about that. Like, we have not gotten any. He's on a huge wages. That's the problem. A lot of clubs. London would have a lot of clubs seeking for his signature, but the wages is on is very big. Like, so that is the problem. Man United is a collateral. Man United is facing. Like, he's a Man United player. Let's see what he can do. Like, is he? In my own opinion, I think Rashford, the time I say in United, like, I think his time is gone. Like, he's had his opportunity. He couldn't grasp that opportunity. I think for me, it's time to move on. Like, but if he's there, he's also a good player. Like, you understand?
If Rashford is in that team, it's obvious Man United they are not going to go for any other attacker right now. That's how I see it.
Rashford is still like a winger. Rashford still play from the wing. You still need like a striker. You need like a middleman. I will only have Sesko there now. You understand? Zesi is not that kind of a player. So you still need another kind of like a low budget striker.
Looking at the market now, who would you suggest? Like?
There was a news flying around Eric from Real Madrid, Eric Indrins, this young Real Madrid player. Okay. I think that would be a good kind of like Lenny Kov coming for Sesko, get a few games here and there. Those kind of young players who is mobile, is robust, is thick. It may be
the Brazilian.
The Brazilian.
Okay.
It may be suited to the Premier League, that's just
it's like a permanent deal or loan deal, because I don't think Madrid will want to let him go currently.
No, maybe an option to buy back if you meet some certain criteria, like you not come and develop a player and give it back to Real Madrid, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, Man United needs another striker, whether now or the future. You cannot just rely on Sesko, that's just the truth,
Hendrick will not come and sit on the bench. That's another thing.
But he will get games. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of games to play, there's a lot of games, and he's going to get games. So sometimes Sesko, there are some games Carrick didn't use Sesko last season, came in from the bench, Hendrick maybe is a different kind of striker from Sesko. He can also start some games.
Looking at Man United, as we talked about the Carrick, talked about the midfield and all that. So you said you guys need a left back, and what else again?
We need a left back, we need a midfielder, we need a striker. We also need a central defender. Remember, one of our central defenders is injured, Delete. Delete didn't play throughout season. I was watching a video today and I saw him coming down. I saw him, he's in Dublin, hopefully play on Wednesday against Leeds United. He has not really played, so if he's not playing, we're kind of we're short of option, because you're going to have a lot of games. Martinez is also injury prone. Even sometimes Maguire has not be fully fit throughout all the season. Euro is a young lad. So you see you need some bodies. You need 3 or 4 players, and you are playing a longer season. We're going to play 50 to 60 games this season. So
depends on how far you go.
How far you So those the distance will play a part. The distance how you progress in the FA Cup, Carling Cup, Premier League, Champions League. Those things will determine your season.
Okay, all right. We'll see how far, what will happen in the next coming days and few weeks.
We still have almost 20 days for the transfer. The transfer is still open, but you need to bring in this player so that they can
integrate and
hit the ground running before the league start.
Let's see how it goes anyway. That's all for now for Man United.